almost a year off, or 9 months, he's going to breeze in 2 days. The champ is back. It's fine. It's good. And then right before I go on the radio, I get a phone call 1 minute before air, and I look at my phone, and it's from Alex. I know our rhythms. I know when he calls me. This is not good news. Alex Solis would not call me 1 minute before my radio program unless something bad happened. I said, Alex, what's going on? He said, Jim, the big horse has colic. I said, yeah, it's funny. I said, I was telling the story to my son the other day, my 10-year-old, and I said, Mike Smith and I had a conversation after this went down, and we were both crying on the phone. And my 10-year-old says, Dad, I have never seen you cry. My 10-year-old son, I have never seen you cry, Dad. I'm like, son, I think you're right. I think you probably have never seen me cry. I'm not that guy. So if I cry in front of a bunch of people I don't know, that's how this is. My son has never seen me cry. Alex says, Jim, I think it's bad. I think it's bad. He has colic. We're rushing him. The vets have seen him. We're rushing him to UC Davis, to the clinic. They have to operate. I said, all right, keep me informed. I hang up the phone, and I got to do my radio show. And I can't tell this to anybody. The show's got to go on. But all I could think to myself, and I'm not a terribly spiritual person, and I don't ask anybody for anything, but all I could think is, do not take this horse. Do not take this horse. I don't care if he never runs again. This horse needs to be at the Kentucky Park or on a farm where people can visit him and love him and respect him. Do not take this horse. About an hour and a half later, Alex calls up and says, Jim, they couldn't save him. They couldn't save him. And now I'm doing this radio show, and I'm like, Shared Belief is gone? The horse is gone. I finish the show, I go to my office, and I'm just a 51-year-old man crying at my desk. I always used to make this joke on the radio, you can't cry at work. I don't care if you didn't get that sale or your boss yelled at you, you don't cry at work, ever, unless something really bad happened. Well, I'm crying at work because something really bad happened. First call through is Mike Smith. And Mike Smith, he's crying. He didn't start crying. He's already crying. Jim, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I can't believe it. I said, Mike, neither can I. And we're so sad and we're in shock. And I said, Mike, I'm just so glad you rode that horse. You know, Mike, I interviewed Mike once during the Zenyatta stage on ESPN. And he said to me before we went on the air, hey, Rome, I wouldn't mind riding one of yours one day. I said, Mike, that'd be the greatest. In the back of my mind, I was always thinking, I will never have a horse good enough for Mike Smith to ride. I won't. Mike Smith is not going to get on any of my horses because none of our horses are Mike Smith type horses. So Mike wins 2 Breeders' Cups on Misdirection, and Mike was on Shared Belief. And then the horse is gone. I'm never going to see the horse again. I didn't say goodbye to the horse. The horse is gone. Just like that. The day before, the horse was great. He was going to breeze that week. Seems cliched and trite. If you have a horse, go hug your horse. You don't know. You never ever know. You never know, because this one was larger than life. And people used to say, well, he ain't much to look at, but boy, man, that's a running son of a gun. That 15 2-hand horse thought he was 20 hands. Let me tell you about that horse, all right? He was larger than life and bigger than life. And then once the shock wears off, the sadness sets in, and it's been very difficult. It's been very, very hard. And I think that some of you involved with this might have been concerned that we were not going to come after that happened, but I wanted to come after that happened because I knew that I could be with people who would understand. And the thing that's made us feel a little bit better is people knew the horse, people loved the horse, people admired the horse. I'm so proud whenever I see somebody in the business say to me, Jim, that was an amazing horse, because I know you know what you're talking about. And all I could say about Shared Belief is, my final memory about him. And we're going to get to a point. It's still sad, it's still hard. But I'm going to get to a point one day, where I'm only thinking about the good times and how lucky we were, because we know this. We are so lucky to have a horse of a lifetime in our lives. We're all better for it. We're all better for it. And who am I to say how sad I am? I'm sad for the people who live with the horse, the grooms, the people who took care of the horse, you never come back from something like that. But we had him.